Hey, what's up everybody? It's almost the month of November and the November leaks are out. In this video, I will go over some of the leaked content that's out for the next month. So we're gonna go do a deep dive on some of the aspects for the month of November. So the first thing I want to talk about is the event that's coming up for the month of November. It's going to be a villains challenge, the Dark Heart. So for this event, it's not too difficult. There are going to be different doors that you would need to play through. And if you're able to complete certain doors, you will get a pin. And it will start off with the silver pin, and then the gold pin, and then the premium platinum pin, which is the colorful one. And some of the prizes include a skill ticket. And then also at the end of the month, there will be a sticker book. And in order for you to participate in the sticker book, you will need this month's Tsums. So similar to what we have currently going on for the month of October, you will need a new Tsum in order for you to participate. But back to the villains challenge really quickly. This one is going to be slightly difficult, so if you are relatively new to the game and don't have a lot of specialty Tsums, then you're unlikely going to be able to clear it. The most difficult, I think, out of all of the missions that we're going to have will be the earn 8 million points in one play. So you will need a Tsum that could get you a lot of points. And then the next one is trace a 42 chain or greater. So for this one, definitely you are going to need some specialty Tsums or some Tsums that can make really big bubbles. So if you don't have either of those two, it is going to be pretty difficult for you to clear that mission. But if you are able to get through those two, I am pretty confident that you will be able to get through the rest of the event. So let's also take a look at the 5 new Tsums that we're going to have for the month of November. So we are going to get a very special Tsum where it's a 2-skill Tsum, so very similar to Cinderella and Bluebird and also Elsa and Bruni. But for this month we have Snow White and Mirror. I will do a review of all of these Tsums once they do come out, so stay tuned for that. For this month we will have 5 new Tsums, and the first one is Sea Witch Ursula, then we have Yzma, and then we have Evil Queen and Mirror, which is the 2-skill Tsum. We will have Cobra Jafar and Lady Tremaine. So this month's specialty Tsum, Evil Queen and Mirror, is actually pretty good. For this month, there aren't necessarily too many amazing Tsums. There are a couple that you probably want to pick up. For this month, we don't have Jedi Luke just yet. I still think we will get it before the end of the year, so likely in December. I'm still pretty hopeful. If we don't get Jedi Luke, this will be the first year where we don't get Jedi Luke consecutively. But maybe we won't, so we'll see next month. And if you would like to see demonstrations for these 5 new Tsums, don't forget to subscribe, and I will be doing them as soon as they get released. But let's also take a look at some of the capsules that we have and also the selection box. For this month, we will start off with our first selection box, and this is going to be the first box that we're going to get, and we'll likely start around November 7 or 8, and we'll run until November the 11th. And there's going to be 12 different Tsums in this particular selection box, and out of all 12 of these, the 3 that's currently here on the screen are going to be the ones that you want to get. There's actually some pretty fun ones in here. I wouldn't say like they're definitely need to haves, but there are some fun ones. Definitely Classic Maleficent is one that you want to strive for. Classic Maleficent is one of the better Tsums in the game and could earn you a decent amount of coins outside of your top 3 coin farmers. And if you are really good with Classic Maleficent, you could actually use it as a coin earner. So the 12 Tsums that are in this selection box is Classic Maleficent, Dr. Hamsterviel, Angry Hades, Davy Jones, Chernabog, Big Bad Wolf, Steamboat Pete, Jafar, Scar, Lotso, Randall, Queen of Hearts. And out of all of these, outside of the top 3 that I mentioned earlier, Lotso is also pretty good for coins, and it's also a very easy Tsum to use. So my top 3, actually let's say top 4 for this particular pickup capsule, I like Classic Maleficent, Angry Hades, Dr. Hamsterviel, and also Lotso, just because he's so easy to use. And for this month, we're going to have back-to-back selection box. So after your first one, there is this second one that will come up. And for this selection box, it'll probably start around November the 14th, maybe 15th, and will run until the end of day. And just like every other selection box, there are 12 different Tsums that we can get. And in this particular selection box, nothing too spectacular stands out for me. And let's go through the list, and then maybe we can figure out which ones are good. So for this box, we have Anniversary Mickey, Travel Elsa, Dancing Dale, Winter Cinderella, Winter Belle, Shivering Piglet, Winter Aurora, Merlin, Blue Fairy, Hercules, Pascal, and Lady. And actually, there is a good one in here. Shivering Piglet is going to be pretty good for this, and you might actually need Shivering Piglet to make, well, you don't need Shivering Piglet, but it will make your game experience a lot easier for this month's event. There is going to be an event this month where you need to make a lot of time bubbles. And essentially at the very last door, there is a mission where it requires you to make 30 time bombs in total. So it's not in one play, so as long as you just play a lot, then you'll be able to complete it. But 30 time bubbles could be difficult if you don't have a bubble maker, if you don't have, for example, a Cinderella, or any Tsums that can make magic bubbles with the abilities in it. Could be a little bit difficult, but Shivering Piglet, the ability will automatically make a time bubble every time you activate it, so getting Shivering Piglet is going to be good. But everything else in here, really disappointing. Nothing else I would recommend you to try to get from an ability standpoint, coin earning standpoint, or fun factor. Really not for me personally. So in this selection box, I would only recommend trying to get Shivering Piglet. For this month, the pickup capsule will come towards the end of the month, so you will probably start being able to get this pickup capsule around November the 18th, maybe 19th. Usually you have about 3 to 4 days to get these pickup capsule. But for this pickup capsule, there is 1 copy of Anniversary Mickey, 2 copies of Steamboat Mickey, 3 copies of Holiday Mickey, 3 copies of Mowgli, 3 copies of Duchess, and 3 copies of King Triton. And none of these are really that great. I am personally going to be clearing the pickup capsule because I want the skill ticket. But if you don't have 450,000 coins saved up, you could probably skip this pickup capsule. There's nothing amazing about this pickup capsule. I would like to get Holiday Mickey because it's one of those rare ones that don't come around too often. Same with Anniversary Mickey, they don't really come around too often. So besides those two, nothing else is really jumping out at me that I really want. And Duchess and King Triton is also, it's not a limited Tsum, so you could get them at any time as long as you have the funds to do so. And for this month, we are going to have back-to-back pickup capsule. So after the first one, you're going to get the second one. And in this second pickup capsule, there are a total of 7 different versions of Tsums that you can get. The first one, we have 1 copy of Photographer Dumbo, 2 copies of Kimono Daisy, 1 copy of Scuttle, 2 copies of Steamboat Minnie, 3 copies of Hiro, 3 copies of Flynn Rider, and 3 copies of Miss Bunny. So out of all of these, I would probably recommend 3 copies of Miss Bunny, but really not that great because it's not a limited Tsum. Miss Bunny is good for bubbles, but everything else in here is not that exciting, honestly. You could probably skip this one. The first pickup capsule is probably even better than this one, so nothing that great here. Photographer Dumbo is a fun Tsum to use though. I think it is a pretty unique one, but really not necessarily for this game. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the month of November. Let me know in the comments below which one you are personally excited about. For me, I really would like to see these new Tsums that are coming out for these villains. I think that they all look super cool and super evil. I'm also going to try to max out Classic Maleficent and also Holiday Mickey. Some of the rare Tsums that I don't have that are Holiday, I'm going to try to get because I know that they likely won't come around for another 1 to 2 years. So the holiday ones, I'm definitely going to try to get. Just like the same ones for this month, I'm going to try to get all the Halloween ones. So let me know in the comments below which ones you are excited about. And if you would like to see more Tsum Tsum content just like this, or would like to see how the new Tsums work, don't forget to scroll down and hit the subscribe button. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for your support.